AI is a small-knit community. Even as it's grown over the years, it's always maintained that feel, and that is why there's always been assistance when those are in need.
I just remember when the ground was broken and how excited we were that the community had grown to the extent that it needed another significant shul. But that area of Elizabeth was becoming significant, and there was very much a Jewish presence there.
AI has been my home away from home. I've spent over 50 years in the shul as a teenager, as a single, as a married, as somebody who has raised his children here.
When I think of AI, it's just an extension of me and my family.
It's a very different, very special community. It's kind of like an out-of-town, hidden secret, hidden jewel. People that come here for Shabbos are surprised. The warmth, the kindness, the openness that we all have. It's just one big family.
You'll see on an average Sunday morning, young boys going around and just putting away the Siddurim and Chumashim from Shabbos. You'll see them doing it without even being asked, as it's being ingrained in them by their parents and by the community.
I'm very proud of having raised a family here.
70 years is very big. It's a big number to say that we've been doing something for 70 years, we've built something for 70 years. And the question after 70 years in a community is always going to be, okay, how do we move forward? How do we go to the next 70 years? And I think that after reaching a milestone like this, there's a point of transition. Are we going to just wither away? Is the community just going to become another community, or are we going to say, let's build off of what we've built? And I think honoring Marjorie speaks to this specifically. Being part of a family that laid the groundwork, the framework for this community, the shul in particular. Being there all those years ago, she can help be the lamppost, the guide to us to be able to build over the next 70 plus years.
Our entire shul owes an incredible debt of gratitude to Margie and her family, as they are true builders. They are true pillars of this community where we would not be here but for those like the Dieners and Margie.
What was so special about both Bea and Leonard Diener was that they were people of not only tremendous integrity and decency and values, but they were accepting of other people. You would never hear Lashon Hara from them. Never, never. That was not something that was on their radar. And yet, they had a very keen and intelligent understanding of people and their motives.
I would say a combination of integrity and chen characterized the family. Tremendous truthfulness, tremendous caring for everybody, lots of empathy, and there's a reason that the whole family became so involved in so much Jewish life.
I know that Margie grew up in a family that was so important to the community in its early years. They were big supporters of the JEC and Rough Tights while her parents were alive. And then after her parents were alive, she would always be somebody who was respectful to the people that were in charge of the community, the rabbis. And she would always give tremendous advice that she picked up over the years from her family and what she learned in the outside world.
Marjorie is a role model to all of us. She just does things. She is incredible. And Marjorie likes to get involved in everything quietly. She contributes advice. She just has a tremendous wealth of wisdom, and she knows how to get things done.
It's not easy to translate the word chen because it means gracefulness, pleasantness. If I had to sum up, I'd say that Margie is a balas chen.
She's had her challenges in life and her tragedies, but she has risen above them, and she can help raise another person to go above anything that's a hardship in life because of her positive, very positive attitude.
Margie is the reason my family lives in this community. She and Shirley Weiss, Aleha Shalom, both met my mother in the Midwest when my family was rooted in New Orleans. Margie had mentioned this beautiful community here in New Jersey, as my parents were at that time going through their Balei Tshuva movement, and were looking for a community to raise their family. But for Margie, we would not have been here. We would not have continued that growth as a family. I have incredible hakar satov to Margie for that one incident many, many years ago in the 70s.
I'd have to describe Margie as one of the people in this world, in this community, that I would want my children to emulate. She is a wonderful, giving human being and has a sensitivity that's you can't describe. She is so good to everybody, and I really think that she's somebody to be emulated and looked up to.
Margie never say, I should. She does. She's a doer. But very, very, very discreet.
What happens when people stop saying I should and they say I can is that it changes the dynamic of a shul. As we finish Sefer Bereshis, we read about the avos, the imahos. They were people that didn't just talk the talk, as they say, they walked the walk. The Torah wants us not just to say things that, I should do X or I should do Y. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. But the Torah wants us to say I can do it and I will do it. And I think that that's something that Marjorie has taught us, and that's something that we already learned from the Torah, from Sefer Bereshis, that our ancestors, they weren't just people that said I should, they were people that said I can, and by saying I can, they did.
I think Margie and her family have really created a legacy of giving and giving back to your community. And I hope that the community not only sees that and learns from it, but is able to replicate that in the future. Not just waiting to get things done, but to do them. And additionally, to always be there to assist the community in its endeavors.
If you were taught as a young child already to give tzedakah, to do things for the shul, to be active, it's going to continue with yourselves and also with your children going forward. Margie is a great representative of how that carries out.
When people stop saying, I should, and do it, it gets done. This is the true essence of who Marjorie Blendon is. She is a doer. She doesn't just talk about things, she gets them done. She has advice on how to do them. She gives advice on how to do them.
Margie never looked for the limelight. I am sure that for her to be the honoree was pulling teeth. But the only reason she would go along with it is that it would mean that she's setting an example to everybody else that you have to do. You just have to do. You can't sit back and let others do. You have to take up the shovel. You have to also dig. You also have to build.
I think if people step up together, not members of the board, not the rabbi, but people that are just congregants of the shul, if they were to step up together the way that Marjorie has, the shul would continue to grow by leaps and bounds. I think any shul that's run only by a select few has certain boundaries that they can't break. But if everyone decides they want to volunteer and help out a little, everyone feels like it's their shul, they're participating. They feel more connected to the shul, they feel more connected to each other, and ultimately to Hashem.
She's the most appropriate recipient of the Rav Elazar Meir Teitz Legacy Award. Rav Elazar Meir Teitz was the Rav in this shul for many, many decades. If there's anyone who is appropriate to receive the first ever award in his name, it's Margie Blendon. She really exemplifies that bridge from the community that helped build what we have and now handing it over to the next generation who can continue that growth and leadership. I could not think of anyone who would be more deserving of this award.
My bracha to Marjorie is continued nachas from her wonderful family, continued good health in Mitzvah Hashem, and to always know that hugs and kisses from her sisters are waiting for her.
She should continue to be healthy in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Continue to do the incredible work that she does for our community, Yeshiva University community, the world.
I wish you much nachas from your children and grandchildren who I know you love so much. And I just hope that you see the greatest nachas from all of them and that you live a long life, healthy, and you're able to see the nachas from all of them going forward.
I want to wish Marjorie a bracha on behalf of myself, my family, the shul, that the same impression that she made on me the very first time I met her, she should make on everyone she meets, impacting people for the better. Her kindness should radiate throughout the entire community, and she should continue to see the building, the growth of our wonderful community with many, many, many years to come.